This article provides more evidence that a cashless society is on the horizon. The events in India reported in this article should serve not just as a warning, but also as a foreshadowing of the events to come in the Western world, specifically the United States. Recently, India has launched a nationwide program involving the allocation of a unique identification number, or UID, to every single one of its 1.2 billion residents. Now, as we both know, the unique ID number in America is our Social Security number, and that number has been in place for years. However, in India, their UID number will be tied to the biometric data of the recipient using three different forms of information. That's fingerprints, iris scans, and pictures of the face. All 10 digits of the hand will be recorded, and both eyes will be scanned. Let's take a look at a few clips from the video in this article for more details of what is taking place right now in India.
This is an enormous task. The fingerprints and eye scans of every Indian in the country are being taken and collated into an online database. When complete, everyone will have a unique 12-digit identity number. It'll enable them to access India's vast and unwieldy welfare state.
Key point from this clip: the UID attached to the biometric system will enable the people to access India's vast and unwieldy welfare state. There is a strong likelihood that once this system is fully implemented, people who are not in the system will not be able to obtain welfare funds, which means that they will not be able to make purchases.
78-year-old Chandra is one of the first in line at this biometric data collection point outside Delhi. He believes the scheme will stop corruption and help the poor get their benefits. As India gets richer, it's spending more in an attempt to lift the poor out of poverty. But much of the money is wasted or stolen by corrupt bureaucrats. This biometric scheme of identity proof will make theft by officials more difficult, according to the project organizers.
There are a large number of Indians who don't have any form of identity whatsoever. So this is a way to include them into the society and give them the benefits. The second reason is to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of government spending on public welfare.
The gentleman said that, quote, "The second reason is to improve the efficiency and the effectiveness of government spending on welfare."
The project will take at least 10 years to complete and will cost billions of pounds, but take-up has been impressive. 1 million people are now being processed at centres like this every day.
You see, this is very important because of what is taking place financially to economies around the world with depreciating currencies and increasing debt deficits. More and more citizens will end up on welfare, and there has to be a way to manage a mass number of welfare participants.
Creating the world's largest biometric database is, of course, an enormous challenge in a chaotic country like India with a population of 1.2 billion people. In all, 2.4 billion irises will have to be scanned and 12 billion fingerprints will have to be taken. But critics of the program argue it's not so much about fighting corruption, but what it will do is give an overbearing state even greater powers to abuse. Civil liberties groups claim gathering this information is an invasion of privacy. Campaigners like Sanjay Parikh are now urging Indians to boycott the identity project.
Once you collect that information, then all the time that person will be under some kind of surveillance. And whether that information will be kept in our country secret or it will be passed on to different companies and other countries as well.
Organisers, though, say the database, which includes the biometric details of children and adults alike, will remain confidential. And the benefits to citizens of a more efficient and less corrupt state far outweigh any concerns about intrusion.
They also told us that our Social Security cards and credit card numbers would remain confidential as well. But we all know the stories of identity theft here in the U.S. As a matter of fact, we all probably know at least one person who has had their credentials compromised to some extent. However, I really don't think that that is the main worry here. What's more disconcerting and worrisome is once the system is fully implemented, how easy it will be for the government to totally disconnect you from the system with the push of a button if they so desire, thereby rendering you broke in an instant. The other thing is that with this type of anatomical information attached to your UID, they can more easily track what you do. Can you imagine the following scenario? A man walks into a department store and hears a voice say,
"Welcome back, Mr. Jones. We have a sale on men dress shirts today."
The man finds some ties, stocks, and cologne and goes to the counter to pay for them, and the clerk says,
"Will that be all, Mr. Jones? We will have you out of here in just a few seconds. Just place your hands into the scanner."
The man places his hand in the scanner and the clerk gives him a receipt. The receipt has discount coupons to his favorite Chinese restaurant, drugstore, and to places that do oil changes. Some will argue that systems such as these are the groundwork for the mark of the beast and soon arrival of the man of perdition. I will go on record as saying that it is evident to me that our current system, our monetary and economic systems in particular, which are controlled by an elite few, are acting rather beastly in how it is devouring the poor, the middle class, and now some in the upper classes with its current control and manipulation. What on earth will it do with total control of the money supply? Thanks for watching. Peace and love.